Pass. Remove the dead stones.
No.
Game resumed. Remove the dead stones. Game resumed.
Okay, kind of a weird handicap, but we finally did kind of get it together. That's definitely a weird way to do the handicap. I think he was just unfamiliar with me passing, but that is actually the best way to do handicap because that does actually let him actually decide what kind of handicap he actually wants. I don't think that's the one he actually wanted, but we kind of screwed up on the thing. So he got the center point instead of another corner, which I think is only slightly worse in my opinion. Screwed up on the thing. So it's not that bad. It's still a 3-stone handicap, so we're good. We're good. We're good. It's still a 3-stone handicap. Yeah, that's usually not the this gives me a small advantage by doing this. That's definitely not the right move to do. I do have to do this afterwards, but because I still can Atari here, that's definitely not the best thing to do. I can do this, but I think I'm just going to do this because it leaves him without an option to kind of get a base out here. That's a bad move. That does allow me to do that later. I might actually do that right now and then come up. Nah, I'm just going to go ahead and jump. There's no point in not jumping. See, the thing is, like, if you do this, like, white does have the option just to cut. Cutting is generally not what you should do right now, by the ways. That's also horrible because you just sacrifice those two. And that's not really something you want to do. You need Dahane on the bottom. I can just go straight and kill him. So this is a really bad play for him. I think he just lost the 3-stone advantage here. That cannot live. So before playing these, like before playing something like this, you do need to actually you do need to calculate it out because that's just a lot of territory that you gave up. That's just not something I would say you should do for the most part. I think it gives me the option to do this, so, or maybe even that. That's, I don't think I should have done that, by the ways. I'm gonna go ahead and jump here. It does give him a lot of influence in this area, but I feel like I can just play something like this and see what he does. I'm actually not familiar with this sort of invasion, but I'll play it. I will play it. It's fine. As long as I get the corner, I'm fine. I've already got a lot of this territory over here. That one I don't know if I should respond to. This one he should definitely not respond to. Okay, that's pointless. because it doesn't matter if he cuts me. So I'm not going to respond to that. I'm just going to basically exercise my right here and then kind of jump out this. I don't think that's a good move, by the way. I probably should have just jumped, honestly. Yeah, that's not a good move. That was a poor move by me. I wasn't thinking. I can't do that, can I? I can. Yeah, he has this option. But then again, he has that option. It's not turning out so well for me, is it? So I gotta figure this out. If I do this, yeah, I think I have to give him the stone down here. That's not so bad. I think I'm just gonna jump here. That's actually not so bad. Yeah, he has to spend another move taking this stone, which actually lets me get this. That move is very, very important. I'm willing to give him this territory, by the ways. I'm actually very much willing to give him that territory. This is dead. I'm very, very willing to give him that territory because it's not going to be enough to counter off this territory at the bottom. So I don't want him charging out. I'm just going to connect here. The point of this is just like having enough territory to actually win. And the point of this is definitely just having enough territory to actually win. And regardless, I don't think he can do this. Yeah, that's fine. And regardless of like how much territory he gets here, it's not going to be enough to counter all this territory that I have here. I don't think it is anyways. I don't think I'm going to respond to that because I don't have to necessarily. I don't think that's very big actually. So I can't actually do too much here. I'm going to do this. And then cut here. Huh, interesting. It's actually going to play that way, huh? Now I can't actually do that because he can actually block. If I play here, he can actually play here instead. So, man, I made a huge mistake this game. I'm actually just gonna extend out. I made a big mistake. This does force me to do this. Yeah, I think that's the best move. I actually don't know why I'm doing this. I'm pretty sure I've won. But, I haven't really counted the points though, so I may not be as ahead as I think. I'm just gonna do this first. He would actually. Is he still really trying to kill me there? think he is. Oh, wait. Ah, crap, I can't do that. I can't do that. Crap, I messed up. He should have just pushed here. He should have just pushed there. My bad. Just gonna go ahead and do that. I think this puts these three at risk, though. I should have done this first, by the ways. Don't think you can do this. Yeah, let us sacrifice those three. It's unfortunate. Okay, I don't have to sacrifice those three. It's kind of a weird play. Oh wait, I think I just killed myself. I mean, I didn't kill myself, but it's definitely not... Oh wait, no, it's fine. It's actually fine. You definitely don't want to do that. That is actually not what you want to do here. Because that kills one of your liberties. Also, I can live by just doing this. I didn't block, I just took this to free up liberties around here in case there's some kind of mistake. Which I do not think there is. This is probably the worst case scenario for him because he lost these. He should have traded these 3 stones for these couple of stones up here. That doesn't make any sense at all because I'm just going to ignore that. This is already dead. Actually, you know what? It's probably worth closing this. Obviously, you extend up here first. Just make sure like you don't screw up and like run into one of your own liberties. That's the only thing you have to be sure not to do. But that was a bad fight by me. He could have just easily ended this by like pushing here. And that would have really screwed me. That is not going to work. Oh no, he can actually do that, can't he? So I have to do this. So in this situation, I believe you can do this. And you don't actually have to fight the ko with him. Because this is 100% viable. And then you can just do that. Oh wait, there is a way he can actually parlay this into crap. This is actually ko. Okay, that is actually ko there. Can I ignore this? No, I can't. I have to connect. That is actually ko over there. I'll show you guys this in a minute. I do believe that is actually ko. Or no, it's not. It's not. It's not. No, it's actually not ko. I keep on miscalculating the liberties. But no, it's actually not ko. It's fine. Okay, this isn't ko. Because this thing's still kind of here. That's bigger anyways. Like this doesn't actually work. This doesn't actually work because you have a stone that's like in Atari. Okay, I'm just going to I can also just do this, I believe. I believe I can just do this as well. Whatever. We'll see. I don't think this I don't think this works for multiple reasons. Oh wait. Just screwed myself, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. This is actually okay. There's a problem with his ko strategy here. There's a dual ko there. There's actually a dual ko here. So he can actually never win this ko. There's actually a dual ko here, so he can never actually win this ko. It doesn't matter how many ko threats he actually has. He cannot win this ko. Because I can just take this over here. I mean, that doesn't really matter. I'm just going to go ahead and take this. Make sure, yeah, this is fine. There's actually a lot of points here, so I actually might not be winning this game. Probably didn't kill enough over here. Like, this is bigger than this, definitely. This is definitely, like, this is, like, this group here is definitely bigger than this territory here. But I don't know what to do about that territory over there. I can't jump down, unfortunately. Let's do this. Pick up a couple of points here and there. Tarry this. Go here. And then pick this up. There's actually quite a few points here. I should be ahead significantly. I did not calculate this stuff out, but I should be ahead significantly here. It's perfectly fine. Oh, wait, did he just... That was actually the wrong move. If he actually played... No, there's nothing in here. There's nothing in here. Liberties are a little too tight. He can't do anything. Just finishing up now. I think he lost too much here to actually make it back with this territory. Because this is 14 points that he actually lost. There's not enough... I mean, there's just nothing there. There's legitimately nothing there. He doesn't have enough... He doesn't have eyes. I probably didn't need to respond to that, actually, but I'm going to just in case.
Pass. Remove the dead stones.
Yeah, I had about like 40 points. I just didn't really bother to count it. I knew I was ahead, but I'm not really... I didn't really know like how much I was actually ahead by.
You have won.
So let's actually go back on this game. I did start with handicap 3. It was kind of a screw up. So basically, like, I was trying to pass here so I can take the other corner, but this is fine. It's like a 25-point advantage instead of like a 27.1. So obviously, like, there's a couple of Josekis here that you can actually do. I think this is okay. And obviously, like the preferred one I do is this one that you see me play a lot. So that's the preferred Joseki. But this is a small advantage to white. This this one isn't that big. Let me get this. You can see like it went down by about 2-3 points. So that's a small advantage to white. That's generally not a good move. If you can invade the corner if you want, just approach. An invasion like this, when there's moves like, you know, just securing the corner, is just not generally a great move. I did this because I'm not concerned about this over here, and I have chances to attack his stones here once I get the leap out. That's not a good move because you leave the cut. So I'm basically going to just do that. And then he does that, I'm going to just jump out to get the territory on the bottom. This really doesn't get him anything. And he still owes, like, as you saw later, he still owes like a move over here. So he's going to do that. I'm just going to cut. That's generally not a good move. That's the wrong way to Atari. If you're going to Atari, you have to do it this way. This is okay. This is fine. You weaken White's group over here. And you're giving up these 2 stones, but those 2 stones aren't worth all that many points. That's why I said, like, that's actually why I said this cut right now is not a good move. But obviously doing that gives, connecting the wrong side basically gives me a massive advantage. So obviously this is the right move. So the correct sequence here for a white would actually be this. You give up this. And then, you know, you come up here, I come up here. So this would actually be the correct sequence. Yes, you do give up this, but this group is a little bit weak. Obviously, you can still attack this group right now. And, you know, you don't sacrifice like the entire bottom. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's also this, if you really wanted. This is actually okay as well. Obviously, white can just come over top like this. But, you know, like, if you're determined with that, like, this honestly isn't that bad. White does get a lot of influence on top, but you do retain some territory. Yes, you sacrifice a lot down here, but it's better than what they came out with. The AI generated one, the one before, is the best one. That's obviously bad. I'm just going to get down, kill, like, this entire thing. So, yeah. And then, like, I know that this isn't alive, so I'm just going to take the top. That's just giving me more points. So essentially, the game was actually lost right here, because after this, white's ahead by a large amount. So the mistakes right there, really just lost the game for him. But realistically, like I said, there's no need to do this. Approach or defend your own corner. That is by far the best way to play this right now. I said, like, this, just connecting here is better, and then just, like, jumping here. That's way, way better. There's no territory down here for white. I just get the corner. But I'm okay with this because black doesn't get any territory either. So, or even, like, since you actually have the center stone, right? Since you actually have the center stone right here, you don't need to do this. You can just secure another corner. And yes, this would be a limited advantage for white, in my opinion, but not that big of a deal. So after this, white's basically ahead after this because there's so many mistakes. There are a lot of mistakes made there. You're just expanding my territory here, and there's too much solid territory for white now. So I'm going to expand, just get the territory. So, I mean, this is just going to be, this is just going to be a better result for black than what was actually played. This is not a good move. You take away a lot of the Aji. I probably should have just played this directly. I mean, if he plays this, fine, but The tiger's mouth is not a good move. I like played it. I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Does this? Wait, did I really do that? Oh yeah, I did. I think I could have just probably done this or something. But I mean, I have to invade down here somewhere. I just don't exactly know where. You could just go for the straight corner invasion, but I guess I went ahead and did this. That I wasn't so sure about. I think I could have just invaded the corner as well. This is alive. So since this is alive, this is fine. And then like white just gets Sente to somehow decrease the Moyo in here. So this was just going for, I think this was just generating a little bit more action, but I think like the actual invasion on 3/3 was probably better. This is one of the ways to deal with it. I would have preferred this most likely. No, sorry. You can't do that because I still have to come here and then you can just do this. So, I mean, this honestly is very, very good result for black. White does get that bottom, but you get so much influence up here. And this side's still territory, so that's probably how I would play it. Just giving me the corner. Realistically, I could have just ignored this and come up like right away. If you do this, there's still a ko. I'm not really that afraid of it. Actually, no, there's no ko. Yeah, there's ko. It's like, there's that ko. I'm not afraid of that. This corner is relatively small. So even if I lose the ko and get 2 free moves, I'm okay with that. So that's why, like, right now, P2 isn't critical. You might think, oh, you're going to lose this group, but you got to look at how big that group is. It's not that big. That move's kind of useless. You're not threatening the cut, so this move, like, I know this looks big, but there's not that many points in here, and that's what you're trying to surround. So you're much better off not making this move and then either doing this or, you know, some other move. So doing that gets me this. That's a bad move. I should have just jumped. This leaves too many problems, and it lets him do that. So also, I don't know how to answer this because I don't want like this. So this obviously gives me problems. Like you can do this, but there's problems like I don't think you can actually connect this. Like, you know, this results in the same problem. So you can't really connect this. That's why this is like a really bad shape. I could have opted for this, but there are actually problems with that as well. So there are actually problems with that as well. So there's a lot of problems with like this particular move. This is just a really bad move. Even this would have been a lot better. This is actually okay for white because white gets the N10, O10 move. And yeah, you did cut this off, but this is really like 10 points or so. So it wasn't too bad of a loss for white that way. This is going to be poor because that's dead. This is one of those cut shapes that you just have to get used to. This is one of those cut shapes that you have to get used to that you basically should know after a certain rank that you can't cut there. And this is really bad when you cut there because you deprive yourself of a move like this, which is actually quite forceful. I have to do that. I can't actually do that because of this move. It's too devastating if he actually breaks out. So that's why I just connected here. Of course, this might have been a better move, but the thing is, if I do that, that's Sente, and I don't want him to be able to do that. Just connected there. It's a bit of a loss, but just going to go. I'm thinking this group is fairly secure, so I'm just going to take the bottom points. feel like that could be the move. Or like if he does this, I can just go down. I can't. That could also be the play right there. Actually, I wouldn't do that. I would probably just connect. Because then he has to do that. But, he gets a bit of territory here, but I get all the territory down there. And that's perfectly fine with me. I think that's what this is probably what he should have played. Black's, I don't know if Black's okay with this, actually. Yeah, that could actually be kind of bad. But then again, like, this group is actually weak now, so I don't know if White would actually want to do that. I probably wouldn't play that. I would probably extend. But this works out great for me. That's not that big. I should have just left that alone. This is definitely like a bad. This is like not this. This is not a good sequence for me. I should have just like jumped out or something. I think. It's not too bad. I obviously have to connect because I can't. If I don't connect and he goes here, then I can't connect. So I'm gonna do that first and jump down. This is bad. If I was him, I would have just done this. Now, this doesn't mean you can actually kill me, because I still have the option to cut. But, considering that, I would just kill these two and secure these points down here and give up those 4. There's a lot of points down here. Yes, I can do this, but yeah, I can actually do something like this. That would be actually kind of troublesome, honestly, but I might actually, the thing is, like, at this point, I might just be willing to block here. But then again, you do have this issue, I guess. There's a lot of changes here. I think I don't think this is the right move, but I might have actually just opted for that. That might have actually been the wrong move, but I might have tried that and see what happens. I actually need to calculate these things out better. That's not a good move because it's obviously a push. Do that. Oh, by the way, you need to do this. This is going to be a much better move than this. Come out. I think that's definitely the right move here. I think that's 100% the right move. Or possibly even this. Just separate this group here. That might have been better. Like, separate this group here and try to take all of it. That's definitely the wrong move. Not exactly sure what would be the right one right now, though. Like, would you... sacrifice that and then just do this? Because that might actually be the right move. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, it's not great. But if you just do this, I mean, like, it's essentially dead, right? So I don't know. I mean, you can't kill White's group. That's the thing he messed up on. That's not good. You want as many liberties as possible. Shortening out your own liberties is really, really bad in this situation. And he ended up with the worst of both worlds, basically. That's just dead. There's not enough liberties here. Otherwise, you can try to go here. And then if I do this, I was looking at this, but you can just Atari here and just go this way. So it's not that you're lacking one up here to really make any difference. You're lacking a liberty up there to make any difference. So there was actually nothing here. And this double code just kind of screws everything. And that's basically the end of the game. But the main mistake that allowed me to take the lead was this early kind of like corner engagement. After the early corner engagement, like white's ahead by a lot, and it's very hard for black to pull back. So that's that game. We're gonna create another game and go for another teaching game if anyone wants to play.
Started.
So 7K, we are going to play handicap 3 again. I'm just going to pass.
Pass.
I think a lot of people enjoy the handicap games more than the even... What? Really?
Pass.
The board is acting strange. That's weird. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and... Because I don't want to do like a hand... I don't want... Like, this actually does matter.
Undo requested. Undo granted. Undo requested. Undo granted.
We're going to try to do this again.
Undo requested. Undo granted.
Okay, we can do a property handicap. Trying to do the 3 handicap.
Pass.
Okay. We got that. You know, a lot of people start with the 3 corners, but I actually might start with Q16, R14, and then like C4 or D4 right here as my handicap. It's actually really similar to this one. It ends up being really similar, but in handicap games, I do tend to play this more than the other one, just because it does make things a little bit more complicated, and that it does actually work to my advantage here. I know a lot of people don't actually know how to play this particular Joseki. The fact that a lot of people don't know how to play this particular Joseki works massively in my favor. I actually didn't know how to play this either. I actually did not know how to play this either. At first. This is not the way, I don't think this is generally the way you play it. This is not too bad for him, by the ways. No, you have to play, the Joseki requires you to play C14 here. Letting me get this is not good. I think I'm gonna pull out Katago to show you how this particular Joseki works, because this is an important one. This is an important one to actually know. This actually comes up more. This has actually come up several times in my games, and I didn't know how to play it at first. It's not bad, just taking the free move. I probably shouldn't have played that. I probably should have just like went somewhere else. But I didn't want him to actually get that move later on. Although I guess it wasn't too bad. Okay, it's fine. Interesting conundrum of like which side to go. That's probably the side I would have chosen as well. No. There's very little points over here because I can play M18, so this side doesn't have any points. It's this here that I'm more concerned about. That is the side I would have blocked. Interesting. It's weird that he would choose to play that instead of just going down on 2. Because now I believe I do have the Sente. I mean, I might play the Hane anyways just because it's large. It's a big move, but no, I won't. I actually won't. I don't think you can do that. I think this is too big. Like, that's just too big to actually ignore. I can actually play this at any time, but I think I would rather. I don't want to invade here because this is too easy to attack. I've seen this move being played a lot by the AI. I kind of want to try it. I'm actually not a huge fan of this move, but I've seen it being played by the AI a whole lot. So let's try it. It is actually a pretty strange move. That is probably the right response. I think that's the right response. If he comes up this way, I can just retreat, I guess. I might have just been better off connecting, honestly, though. Now, that's a strange response. Kind of the response I was hoping for. This is not a good result for him. I actually don't know how to respond to that. I think his first response was okay, actually. But no, maybe not. I don't know. It's kind of something. It's a little bit harder to. It's actually kind of hard to respond to. I actually hate responding to it myself. I would probably haunt it one way. Of course, just because the AI does something doesn't mean it's actually a good move. That's not a good move. I don't think I can beat him in a fight there. Okay. Is this viable now? Nah, let's see if it is. I don't think it's actually all that viable. But we'll see. I could be getting myself into like a really big ko here. That's actually a little bit of a problem. Yeah, this wasn't a great idea for me. Not the brightest of my ideas, definitely. Because there's a lot of problems in this area here. If he just backs, there's actually a lot of problems in this area, so I can't actually do this. On the other hand, if he just solves them for me, I'm okay with that. You would just retreat here. You would most definitely just retreat there. Oh, maybe not. He can do that. I think I have to do this because I can't just wrap around top, I think. Can I? I don't know if I can. No, because he can just take those, and then I'm a little bit screwed here. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. This isn't actually clean for black. Really? No, you should definitely respond over here. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, you definitely need to respond. You definitely needed to respond over here. You 100% needed to respond over here. Wait, that don't make any sense because that just kills this. While not, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's not a bad idea. This is actually a pretty good idea. If, but the thing is, I think this is more important here. You built up a lot of influence here, so you might try to get some of this territory. These two aren't that important right now for me. I just want to disrupt this territory a little bit. I always have the option to go down here. That's actually pretty big too. I can't let him get down that. It's actually really hard to make this territory here, so I'm not all that concerned. Eventually, this is really big. Actually, I should probably take some time to kill this. This is unnecessary because I can just go over here. Whatever. Oh wait, I can't actually do that, can I? Dang it. Actually, you know what? I can sacrifice this corner and try to attack this group. It's not something I suggest anyone do, but I'm going to try it. This is also really risky. I'm not exactly sure if this is a co I should actually fight, though, is the thing. Yeah, because he's got a lot of co threats here. He's actually got a ton of co threats over here that I shouldn't have done that, actually. This is not big enough. I mean, it's pretty big, obviously, but it's not huge big. It's not, like, huge enough. He's just got a lot more co-threats than I do. I definitely should not have done that. I don't have enough co-threats. Yeah, this is bad for me. I should have actually thought about that. I don't have, like, it does matter, like, how many co-threats you have before you do something. Yeah, that solidifies a lot of that territory. Not my greatest move. This is, it's not that big anymore. It's definitely not good. He's giving up a lot over here. Don't know if I really need to. I don't think I do. I don't think I'm ahead though. Is the problem? Like I gave up too much over here. Gave up way too much over there. There's a way you should play this, and maybe a way he's going to play it right now. Yep, it's the way you should play it. Still not a great result for him. There's not that much territory over there, so I don't see that as a good move. I think this is bigger. There's a little bit here, but I mean, it's actually kind of hard to solidify, honestly. That territory is pretty hard to solidify. There is something here, just don't want to play it. It's not a good move. I just want to see what he does, more or less. Just want to see what he does. All right, that works for me. That's not a good move either. Actually, you know what? That might have... If I do this, I can take that, but then if he cuts here, I'm kind of screwed. That was probably not the best move in the world. kind of want to do this, but then he can cut here. All right, whatever. That was a bad move by me. Yes, a lot of points I gave him here. It's no good. Huh. There's actually a pretty big problem here. Yeah, I was one off on that, unfortunately. Yeah, I should have just connected. This is stupid by me.
Yomi.
Okay. Can't. I can make this really complicated. I can just do something like that, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. There's a lot of problems with how I'm playing. I will admit that. And these moves aren't that big. I don't even know why I'm doing these moves. They're really not that big. There are really, really big moves here. Like, this is actually quite large here. Or even like just playing this move. This move's no longer quite as big because he actually played this. That's the response I wanted. I shouldn't have done that, but whatever. Oh, ouch. Well, if I give him this, I don't win.
Ten, nine,
If I
8,
don't give him
7,
that,
6, 5.
that's really problematic. All right, he caught me. He caught me good. He caught me really, really good. Whatever. We'll just play this. Yeah, that's definitely like quite problematic. No, see, that actually draws two ways. I can't do that. It's really, really problematic. Let me play this first. Yeah, I knew this was here. Why I played like this, I'm not really sure. I'm going to do this first. Because I can't disconnect him in any way. I can't actually disconnect him in any way. So we're going to have to figure out how to do this. Okay, that's actually what I wanted him to do. But the problem is that he's actually alive right now. He's actually alive right now, which is actually a problem on this. Um, I should just connect. I definitely should have just fixed this problem. I think like trying to take too many sentes is definitely not the way to go here. I'm doing this because it's real. He's still alive here though is the problem. He's actually still alive here. And even if he isn't, I think he has more liberties than me, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, that's interesting. It's very interesting. I can't do that.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Okay, I have to do this. This is a very, very interesting game. It's going to be a very interesting game. I only have 4 liberties though. How do I do this? And even if I kill this, I probably don't win because
10,
this is a lot.
9, 8, 7.
So I will do this. Yeah, this is kind of difficult for me because I have to do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think he has more liberties than me. I think he has. Oh, I should have done that. I think he has 1 too many liberties. Pretty sure he has 1 too many liberties. I lost this game. Yep, I lost. I definitely should have done that. That's a huge mistake I made. Actually, I should have connected this first if I had time. I don't know if yeah. He has 1 more liberty than me. This is problematic because oh, he just lost then. You see, you only have 2 liberties now. See, the thing about this is he only has 2 liberties now, where I have 3. He can't do that. So I'm actually going to connect these two because it gives me 4 and he only has 3. If he just like pushed here, he would have had 1 more liberty than me. Yes, I would have gotten these 3 stones. So that's actually a critical mistake. Let me see. I can just do this probably.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Yeah, that whole time setting thing's kind of screwing me now. Oh, snap. Ah, I screwed up. Yeah, I screwed up, definitely. Yeah, I definitely screwed up. Ah, dang it. That's my bad. I definitely screwed up. Yeah, I can't actually do this. So
Black wins.
variation B. Well, look, I'm actually playing like a 7Q. Well, I'm playing a 7Q game, so he's going to make a lot of mistakes, man. I mean, you kind of expect people to make these mistakes when you're playing at this particular level. I mean, obviously, if I was playing, I would play this, but that's not like but I'm playing a handicap game, so you're kind of depending on mistakes. I mean, I would actually consider this anyways because I don't know. I actually don't know if white wins here or not. I mean, there's a good chance that white doesn't actually win. There's a good chance that like white doesn't actually win this fight down here. So yeah, I mean, when you're playing against, I mean, for the two dan that's commenting, like for the white, for the two that's for you that's complimenting, like the thing is like if he could see all these moves, then I wouldn't be able to give him any kind of like handicap. So yes, in this particular case, like this is the right move. Also, like when I'm playing these games, like I usually don't really think that much until I'm actually in a lot of trouble. That's the only time I really take time out to think on these games. This particular Joseki, this is the right move. Let me actually bring out Katago. I'm not completely familiar with this particular Joseki, but on that particular Joseki, that's definitely the right move. Let me bring out Kata. I do use Kata a lot to actually review games, but the way you played this Joseki is you didn't like. This is actually an important way to know. This is actually a very important Joseki to actually know because people. Let me just do this move. Let me just play this Joseki once. Actually, wait, let me make sure. Okay, never mind. That was the wrong one. Let me play this Joseki out. Like, it's supposed to be played out like this. If you can see this on the other board. It's supposed to actually be played out like that. That's the Joseki there. That's the actual Joseki that you're supposed to play here. So I did this Joseki purposely because a lot of people don't actually know this particular Joseki, And if they don't know it, they do actually tend to screw up a lot on it. So because of that, here you would definitely want to either play, instead of here, you want to either play this or you just want to play this or something like that. You can't let white get the tiger's mouth. Okay, so I'm going to use this. Also, with this, you definitely want to extend. You can't let white get the Hane. Letting white get the Atari essentially kind of a little bit destroys your Moyo that you've been building. And the whole purpose of you building this, the whole purpose of you actually building this, is just to get that Moyo. So this is not a good move. I just saw the AI do this a lot, so I kind of wanted to try it. Usually I wouldn't play something like this. Like playing this is fine. Just to disrupt the Moyo right now, I think playing that's perfectly fine. Maybe playing something like this, but this I don't like because of that. But playing something like this is perfectly fine. I usually wouldn't play this. I just wanted to see I just wanted to see like how this would work out. Yeah, like I said, this is the right move. This is by far the right move because the thing is, like that's not a good situation for white. Like white's like pretty much all enclosed in. That's definitely not a good situation for white at any point along the. Like at any point along the line. There's too many scattered groups for white. So this trade is actually okay for white. It's not great. Usually you wouldn't make a move like this. It's kind of like because by you doing this, you kind of take out like the possibility of doing something like this later. You wouldn't do it right now, obviously, but by doing this, you kind of strengthen me a bit. You take away a lot of the stuff that you could actually do later. In this case, I might just do this first. White, I mean, just go ahead and getting the double Hane might actually, well, that's not good for white. So yeah, I would probably just get you could just get the double Hane here. There's no threat to black, and this actually might be the best result. If you're gonna play though, if you're going to play this, you would definitely just Hane. The whole purpose of this particular move was to set up for the invasion down here. I didn't actually calculate this invasion. I just wanted to see what happened. So by you doing this, like I have a way to invade down here. You should just do this. I don't think I can do this. I don't know if I can actually do that. I feel like that's just the best move for black right now. I guess that wouldn't work. But that kind of fixes like some of the problems in here for me. And with this is a better option. I mean, if white takes this, you either just go ahead and do this, or you just go ahead and do this. White's not going to do that because you always have that option, and that puts this corner in danger, so white's not going to do that. So rolling on the bottom is much better than trying to capture the stone right there. Because if you're trying to capture the stone, you give me like one use right there. And even here, like, you should definitely do this. Give me one stone right there, and then like that particular move I think is definitely Sente now. I think this is fine. I can't really do this, so I think that's fine. This is definitely a huge mistake. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this now. Because you forget that I actually have two down here. You can. I mean, it's I'm just reviewing it at a I'm just reviewing at a lower level to point out obvious mistakes. I probably made a mistake here somewhere. I mean, I don't know if this is. I made a mistake here somewhere. I thought this was the right move. Maybe this is the right move. I'm not sure, but I think taking the four is the right move. But I obviously lost 6 points here somehow. Not exactly sure how, because this is problematic. You can't actually do that. This is pretty problematic. I mean, I feel like that's what I would do if I had to play this over again. I feel like that's what I would do if I had to play this over again. So right now, this is actually pretty big. Realistically, this is actually pretty big. I might have just been better doing that. That's not big at all. There's not much point in doing that. I think I was just trying to decrease this moyo, but this is not big at all. There's not too much point to that because I can just go down here. This was this might have been the correct move. Here, like things like this are the harder things to see. Like, what is the biggest move right now? Like, there's the obvious this move. There's also this move, which I believe is actually this might actually be the biggest move right now. There's this move. There's this move. And this is, like I said, this is really big. So I went ahead and chose that one. I feel like, yeah, I made a huge mistake here. I should have just done this. That's a really big mistake. I can't fight this ko. Like, I made a big mistake. Like, the ko isn't necessarily a mistake in itself. But the mistake with a ko is that, like, I don't have that many ko threats. That's the mistake right now that I'm making. I don't have any ko threats, so I'm going to lose this ko. Obviously, I lost like 20 points in that ko because I just realized afterwards, I'm like, man, I don't really have any ko threats. So that's a huge mistake I made right there. That's not a good answer to this invasion. I would extend in this way right now. Even just doing that, I think might be better than what he did. I usually would answer this, but I don't know if this is actually really good right now. I guess like doing that wouldn't be too bad. But that's not a good answer either way. I know I feel like I feel like that's the one I'm always missing. I do feel like that's the move I'm always missing. My guess is that's probably the biggest move out there right now. I feel like this is the biggest move. That's I mean that doesn't work out in his favor, but still, that's a decent move. But like I said, this move is just bigger right now. Um, this is a really bad move, honestly. This is a horrible move. I was just testing his response. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just closed here. I knew that too. I was like, if I close here, I probably win. But I was just like, this is one of those teaching games. So I'm gonna try moves I usually don't do. So this is a bad move. There's a couple of reasons this is a bad move. First of all, like I've said in multiple games before, there's not that many points here. There's maybe like 10 here. So you're breaking you're kind of breaking you're trying to like destroy 10 points. That's kind of useless. And this is going to be way more than 10 points. This is more than 10 points because if black does this, I think it's actually Sente if black does that because black can play here. So yeah, this is by far the biggest thing. I was just like, well, let me see. I was just like, oh, let's see if I can break this territory. Obviously, they didn't work out too well for me. That's really bad. I should just do this. If he does this, I can just go here. Extending here is too much of a... Actually, you know, instead of doing that, this actually might be better. Extending here is too much of a risk. This is actually okay. Like it, I was actually like debating either playing this or just playing this. But since he, like, I was just bidding on one of those two. I think this is probably the better move. Now that I look at it again, this is probably the better move. Probably just messed up there. There's obviously that move. So when he did this, you just do something like this and just go with it. It's not much you can do there. Yeah, I definitely should have fixed this. I did actually know there was a cut there. I was just hoping that he wouldn't see it. Because at this point, it's still at this point, I think it's still a fairly close game. At this point, it's a fairly close game. So I was just hoping that like I could get some advantages. Obviously, that didn't work. So the thing is, like, if I don't kill this and he just takes this, I'm going to lose. Even if I kill this and he takes this, he's still going to win. So this becomes a pretty big fight. I feel like I should have done this to extend my liberties, but I don't think it would have helped all that much. So the thing here is like you can't do this because this actually takes away one of your liberties. You can do this. It doesn't really matter. If I extend here, you do this. I do this. You just take these 4. Remember, the thing is, it doesn't matter if I get these 3 stones. It doesn't actually matter if I get these 3 stones. As long as you get the interior, like, you win. So you really wouldn't do something. You wouldn't jeopardize the entire thing just for that. This is bad. Also, like, I should have just done this. I didn't see this down here, so that was a good play by him. Like, once there's like, I don't think there's any fixing this down here. Let me actually check. If I connect... Oh, I could kind of... I guess I could sort of do this. Yeah, I think I can do this. I can do this. 165. I definitely made a mistake here, but the thing is, I can actually... No, because this doesn't work. Yeah, I made a mistake here, so, like, I can actually connect, I think. I think I can actually connect. Oh, no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I'm 1 off. Because if he does this, I can do that. But he can do this, I guess. No, but I can do that, though. No, it still doesn't work. Yeah, I'm still 1 off. Yeah, like I definitely made I made a huge mistake here. Like when he does this, I should have just taken this. That's like that would actually allow me to kill this group here. So that was that was a really bad move. Where's 165? I actually don't see the move numbers on this. Actually, I'm not like that good at working with OGS. But yeah, here I made a huge. I definitely made a huge mistake. I should have just done this because then if he does this, it doesn't really matter. It's one liberty off, and I can actually take this. Also, like I don't think there's really any chance of. Realistically, though, there's actually like very little chance of here. I'll tell you guys what. I'll tell you guys why. Like this is the right move. When he does that, he doesn't need to do that because this is Sente. He doesn't actually need to do that. S5 is Sente. I have to connect, and then he just kind of wins. Like it's Sente for him, so he I don't yeah, here he definitely wins. Here he definitely wins. Because even if I play this, he doesn't need to connect these. I mean, he can just do this. He has way more liberties than me, so that's the mistake I made. So we actually made a lot of big fighting mistakes. I mean, I made a lot of mistakes like in that last move. I definitely was counting on him not seeing this because in a regular game, I would have patched this. I was just trying to eke out handicap. I was actually trying to eke out handicap advantages. So I'm actually not sure how to do the replay here, and I don't have that much time right now. But there's like a lot of stuff that he could have actually. There's really no way that White can win this. I was just hoping he would actually make some mistakes. But yeah, that's kind of like the game right now. I think like one thing, like the fighting's interesting to watch. The fighting's definitely interesting to watch the fighting's very interesting to watch and learn. And really like here, you just have to count the liberties. But like the one thing is like, I made a huge mistake here. You can't play a co when you don't have any co threats, obviously. I didn't really take that into consideration. Obviously there's mistakes here, but also like the mistake in this corner right here, not knowing the Joseki. That one's important. Change figure 4. Variation 4. That's true. He can actually get back on that. That is very true. I mean, but the thing is, like, his main mistake, like, my main mistake was like being way too greedy and doing this because I definitely could have just done this and none of that would have actually be an issue. None of this would actually be an issue if I did that. But overall, like, there's no way White can actually win this. There's actually no way White could actually win this because realistically, because this is Sente, White can't win this. There's absolutely no way White can actually win this. Even if I connect, he can just do this. I have to do this. Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, since this is Sente, like, never mind. Since this is Sente, he doesn't have to do anything. He just cuts here. All he has to do is really cut there. I highly doubt I win this. I mean, oh wait, do I? Hang on. Wait, hang on. Let me. I know Black does actually win this. I know Black does actually win this. I know black does actually win this. There's really no way white should actually be able to win. So white has to do that. No, but then you can just do that, I guess. So yeah, black definitely wins this because there's not enough liberties for white. Black's up by 1 liberty, so black does actually win this. I was like, I'm pretty sure black actually wins this. So that's the kind of game right. That's kind of the game right now. That's kind of the game right here. And yeah, like main things from this is like don't play the ko if you don't have enough ko threats, and also like you have to know the joseki in this corner because that will actually get played a lot. So that's the lesson for today. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell notifications button. I've actually like in these teaching games, I will play certain moves like this that I don't usually play. So like it's just kind of like a way. I'm trying to get like more like Dan players. Obviously, like I'm trying to get like DDK players and SDK players to actually reach the Dan level. So that's the game for right now. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell notifications button. I will be back. I'll be back maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, and I'll see you.